before y'all get in that comments talking about, girl, where you been? I know I have been missing. You don't have to tell me. I know I've been gone. I know I've been MIA. Okay? I needed a break. Hey y'all, it's Ashley at the realm of Kidlit Comics, and we are officially back. So, I mean, if you follow this channel, then you know absolutely that your girl has not been here for the month of November. I think I posted one video in the month of November, and that video was a Herkit update. I needed to take a break. I had a lot of things going on at work in November, and honestly, my mind was just not in a place to sit down and film, which happens periodically, which, listen, we love content, we love a good time, semicolon, however, comma, we all need breaks, and I was not going to bulk film and continue to post in my absence. Like, I wanted a true break. So that meant for me, no sitting in front of the camera, no editing, no nothing. Did I try? Did I contemplate doing some stuff? Absolutely. But then at the same time, I also was high key in the middle of a slump. I read 3 books in the month of November. Like 3. And for some of y'all, you're probably like, girl, what? I average, we know this, if you're here, you know this, I average 40 to 50 a month. And so, which seems absurd, like that's actually legitimately crazy. But I average a lot more during the month, and I started off the month kind of strong. But honestly, after a few days into the month, I was like, I'm legitimately like just tired. I had to prep for things at work. I had some major things that were supposed to happen at work that actually didn't end up happening. And that was kind of a disappointment for like something that we had prepped for, planned for, etc. And we were super like excited for it. Long story short, that took a lot of work. I was also prepping for some other things. And so my schedule just got busy. So what I wanted to do was come home, be with my kid, who was still doing all of her activities, and I wanted to come home, be with my kid, and just chill. That's all I wanted to do. I started watching Married at First Sight in the beginning of November, and essentially have pretty much flown through big chunks of that entire series. Was that the purpose? Was that my intention? Absolutely not. It just ended up happening. So for the month of December, I feel like we're back in the like midst of filming, I guess, sort of, kind of. I'm easing myself back in. I'm not setting these high expectations or goals in terms of like reading. It is the end of the year, thank God. But I feel like we've gotten into this phase where like every year we want it to be significantly better, and every year we're just kind of like, what the fuck is this? So either way, whatever, it's been a year. It's been a year, personally, professionally, I think just in the world, it's been a year, it's been a lot. And so it's nice to kind of have the opportunity to, reset. So we're going to start with a book haul, because I have been getting things. I haven't posted anything on Instagram. I know these publishers are like, girl, we ain't finna never work with you again. That's a lie. But I have some stuff. And so we're going to do this rapid fire, y'all, because honestly, if I sit here and I make this a whole shebang, I should have got a pair of fucking scissors. If I make this a whole thing, we're going to be here forever. So we're going to do this quick, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Yes, I should have been on. No, I shouldn't have. I couldn't have dealt with Tyra would have been absolute no for me. But pause. I'm gonna go get a pair of scissors, and then we're gonna make this rapid fire. We're gonna get through this real quick. Okay, let's start with some stuff that we have over here, because this is all piles of stuff. So this was sent to me by, who sent this? Holiday House sent this. This is a Riddle of Thorns. This is by Serena and Sasha Nanua. I believe that's how you say their last name. This is a young adult fantasy. Really, really beautiful cover. I know y'all are probably like, Ashley, synopsis. Give us a synopsis. I can't. It's too much stuff. I wish I could. I wish I could give you a synopsis. Then Mac Kids sent me a copy of Pocket Bear. This is Catherine Applegate's new book. It is, I thought it was it is illustrated. Highly illustrated. She does a lot of anthropomorphic things. And so if you know Catherine Applegate, she did Crenshaw, Otter, You have to know what Catherine Applegate is. This is a bookmark they sent me, and then a sticker that came with it. I have been doing a horrible job at reading middle grade this year as well, because I've just been doing a horrible job just reading in general. Okay, next thing we have is the third graphic novel in the Warriors graphic novel series, which I was supposed to get through the Warriors, the rest of the you see the series right here, right? I was supposed to get through so much of that series in November. Didn't happen. I got Dusty Bowling's new book, Holding On for Dear Life. This was sent to me by Bloomsbury. To be honest with you, I don't think I've read a Dusty Bowling. I know, of course, I know who Dusty Bowling is, but I'm not too sure that I've read any of her stuff. So I know her primarily, I think, from The Insignificant Events in a Life of a Cactus. Like, that's where I first became knowledgeable of her as an author. But I will pick that one up. This one I'm super excited about. I got this for myself. Oh, the Warriors one I got for myself as well. This is another one I got for myself. This is Under the Oak Tree. This is the comic volume 2. I read the comic, the volume 1 of this last year. Loved it. Loved it. This was originally done as a Korean webcomic, and it's good. It's really good. If you like fantasy romance, it'll be up your alley, I promise you. All the fantasy romance girlies would love it. I did share this on Instagram, but I haven't talked about it here. This is Skylar Arndt's new book, House of Hearts. I read her other book, which, goodness gracious, it was kind of like about, had some religious commentary attached to it. Together We Wrought. Oh my gosh. It was really, really good. It took the idea of religion, its impact on youth, and how religious fanatics change family dynamics. Like, it was really, really good, but it was kind of like horror woven into it. Horror and I think a dash of magical realism, which I really, really appreciated. But this is her newest one, which I was excited to get a copy of. This came from Penguin Teen. And then I also was sent the latest book in the Firekeeper's Daughter series. This is from Fierce Reads. So I have a copy of Firekeeper's Daughter, Warrior Girl on Earth, and then this is the third book, Sisters in the Wind. I was also supposed to read all 3 of these books in November. Did I get to it? No. But I have time, y'all. I have time. And then they sent me this art card, which is really, really pretty. I've heard nothing but great things about the series, and I know it's supposed to be 4 books. Now, if that's changed, I'm not sure. But the last time when I heard Angeline Booley talk at Y'all Fest, this was years ago, she had mentioned that it was supposed to be a 4-book interconnected series. So we'll see how that goes. And then we have Busted, which I'm not going to butcher Dan's name because I would butcher Dan's last name. And I am very familiar with Dan. He's big in the kid lit world. This is his newest book. I don't know how, did I request this one or did someone send this to me? I think maybe I requested it because I do like Dan's work, but this is from Mac Kids. And then I also got a copy of Axio's from Fierce Reads. Axio's second book in the series that she wrote. This is duology that she wrote this year. She released both books. So this is the second one, The Demon and the Light. I'm almost kind of upset because I have the first one. I have the fairyloot edition of the first one. The Floating World. Yeah, I have the fairyloot edition of this. So I have the fairyloot edition of the first book and then the regular edition of the second book. I'm kind of like, what? No, it's fine. I don't stress too badly over things like that. Although I do like my editions to match. And then I got Karina Yang Glassers. This is the same author of the Vander Beaker series, The 9 Moons of Han Yu and Lu Li. This is a middle grade fantasy. This came from HarperCollins. So thank you to them for sending that to me. I think, is this all Harper? I think this one's Matt Kids. This is A Method for Magic and Misfortune. This is by Craig Kofi Farmer. Craig won the Coretta Scott King for Kwame Crash's The Underworld this year, although the book was published last year, because Youth Media Awards happen the year after release, if that makes sense. So January of next year, we'll be getting the Youth Media Awards for all 2025 releases. So I was interested in getting this one because I'm also interested in reading Kwame Crashes the Underworld. Always interested in middle grade fantasy written by Black authors. Bloomsbury also sent me Kate Messner's new graphic novel. This doesn't come out until next year. February of next year. Kate Messner, of course. I've read Kate Messner's nonfiction stuff. The History Smashers, so good. Y'all, History Smashers is such a good middle grade nonfiction series for kids that want to learn more, that have trouble with traditional nonfiction. So I'm excited to see what she does with a graphic novel. I think this is her first graphic novel. It might be. Maybe. I could be wrong. But the History Smashers are also kind of graphic novel-ish, so don't pay me any attention. But this is a graphic novel that's coming out from her in February of next year. Then I got Rebecca Steed's The Experiment. This one came from Matt Kids as well. I am also familiar with Rebecca Steed. Also, Mac is doing a lot of the author blurbs like this, which I don't know if I like or dislike, or maybe I'm just impartial to it. I don't know. So I think this one has a little sci-fi twist to it. It's getting some decent circulation at my library, so that's one that I want to pick up. Then I got a copy of Solo Stan. This is by Talia Tucker. This was sent to me by Penguin Teen. I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm saying Talia, but it could be Talia Tucker. I read her book Rules for Rule Breaking last year and gave it, I think, a 3.5. But I'm interested in this one. I love a good teen contemporary romance. I know a lot of people don't read YA contemporary anymore. It's really like YA fantasy romance is what at least adults are drawn to. But I do like reading these because when we have kids who come in and they're asking for very particular romances, I do like to have like something under my belt. Not that I'm necessarily interacting with the kids, but when other people come to me to ask for suggestions to give to kids, this is one that, well, I haven't read this, so I don't know, but it is an example of why I read those books. And then we have Nick Blake and the Remarkables. This is book number 2, The Book of Anansi. I need to read this, but before I wanted to dive into this one, because this was a highly anticipated release for me, I want to reread the first one. Now, when I read the first book, Nick Blake and the Remarkables, the first one in the series, which was what? What was the name? I mean, the series is Nick Blake and the Remarkables, but it's The Manifest or Prophecy is the first. Because I was like, wait, that's not the name of the first book. I thought it was very interesting because it was Angie's first middle grade and then also her first fantasy. So not only was she shifting target audiences, but she was also shifting genres, which in my opinion is a very difficult thing to do. That's not an easy feat. I don't care who tells you it's easy. I don't think that everybody has the ability to shift between audiences, let alone shift audiences and genres. And I thought it was good. I think that there's some need for showing instead of telling, but it was a very solid start to a series, and I'm actually like really excited to pick this one up. Curlfriends Back in Business. This is the second book in the Curlfriend series. I read the first one last year, loved it. Absolutely adored it. And why I haven't read this one yet, je ne sais pas, because there's no reason why. There's no reason why I haven't read that book yet, except that your girl's just been in a massive slump and I haven't been able to read anything. Okay, that's the first stack. Do you see why I said I had to do this rapid fire? I don't even know if my battery is going to last. Okay, something else that I picked up. Owlcrate had special edition of Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. This is the cover. Sprayed edges, which maybe you can see it better that way. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. this is the naked hardcover, which I think is pretty. And then this is the inside of the dust jacket, which, ooh la 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 la, the artwork is really, really pretty. And then these are the end papers, which I think are gorgeous. I did take a chance doing this. I'm going to tell you that right now. I took a chance getting this because this was not a part of what I typically get from owlcrate. I usually just get the young adult stuff, which I have been skipping like crazy lately. I took a chance doing this. This is a prequel to the Letters of Enchantment series, which is young adult. This is a adult fantasy romance. I am interested. I've been told that I would appreciate it because I needed that world building, and because for me in fantasy romance, like when people say romantasy, right? I cling more to fantasy romance. Like I need the fantasy element to be there. I need the world building to make sense to me. I don't like going into fantasy romance or romantasy where the emphasis, which I think is what romantasy is as opposed to fantasy romance, the emphasis is on the romance, right? You could take the fantasy element out and you would still have a cohesive story. Whereas in fantasy romance, if you don't have that fantastical element, the story itself just doesn't make sense. And I think that for me, what I was struggling with in the first book is that I loved it. I really enjoyed the first book, but I needed more world building, but I enjoyed the romance. And in the second book, the romance just got lost for me. The way that I fell in love with the characters falling in love did not read the same in the second book, which is super unfortunate. So I took a risk because it's a 50-50 chance here, right? I could love it. I could not love it because that series for me originally was 50-50. But I have been told that I will appreciate it and I will like it. So we're gonna go with it. All right, got scissors. I don't know why I'm doing this because I'm not super uncoordinated, but I'm uncoordinated enough. I'm opening this like I didn't know what this is. I don't do a lot of pre-orders, but when I pre-order stuff that I know that I'm going to love. I was supposed to get to this damn book in November because let me tell you, I hyped up Accidental Demons for, I don't care. I hyped it up in the community, okay? I'm going to take credit for that one. I had so many people who were reading Accidental Demons because I would not shut up about that book last year. It was last year, right? October of last year, I think I read the book. Loved it down. This is the sequel. I don't even own the first book. But you better believe at some point I'm going to get the first book. Oh my God. I have been in such a slump. I actually forgot that I pre-ordered this book until I opened that box. I definitely was looking forward to reading this in November, and yeah, here we are, December. Haven't read it. It's great. Great of me. I think I know what's in this box too. This is pre-orders, yes, that I did. Of course it's pre-orders that I did. Okay, so I showed you Under the Oak Tree, the graphic novel. This is the actual book. Under the Oak Tree, the novel. So I own the first one as well. Have I read either one of them yet? No, but I have read the graphic novel, so that counts for something. And then I was never supposed to do this. Are we seeing a pattern or a theme here of things that Ashley should not have done? Now, granted, most of the books that you have seen are books that have been sent to me by publishers. Because y'all know me, I'm the same one talking about I do not order that many books, and I really don't anymore. But these are things that I genuinely want. And I know that publisher is not gonna... What do they need my promotion for? And stuff like this. But this, I have read this series like 3 times. And the fact that they came out with a special edition, yeah, bet your bottom dollar that I was gonna get a copy of it. It's Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. This is the special edition. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so freaking pretty. Look at this book. Look at the I don't own the first one yet, but I will. It has a map of Camp Half-Blood as the end papers. Yeah. Yep. And then this is a map of the Sea of Monsters as the end papers. Goodness gracious. I want to reread this because it has, hold on, let me see if I can find one. It has illustrations in it. I had to do it. I didn't have to do it. Let me stop. I didn't have to do this. I chose to do this. And I think that it was a really, really great decision. Look at Clarice. Okay, I'm going to stop. Because if y'all have seen you can't see them. They're up there. They're so beat up from me reading them. I've read them. I said I've read them twice. I've read that series probably like 3 or 4 times. I probably only have like 1 or 2 documented histories of me reading it, but I've read that series a lot, and my editions are so worn and beat up, but I'm gonna collect the whole series. Don't judge. You know what? Judge me if you must. This next one is a book that I got because I have been skipping. When I tell y'all, I did my first fairyloot skip because I was like, I'm never going to read that book. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I think that that is the responsible thing to do. If I know that I want a book, if I know that I have a book that they're doing a book that I'm not going to read, there's no point in me getting it. So I did get the House of, is it Sapphier? This is Marissa Meyer's new one. This is the Blue Blood retelling. These are let's see if I can, there we go. These are the end papers. I mean, not the end papers, sprayed edges, stenciled edges, whatever. This is the front. This is the back. I always feel like owlcrate can do better with their designs, but their binding is really good. Oh, it has a reversible dust jacket. I might flip it. Not might. I am going to flip it because this is the reversible dust jacket. And I think that that is absolutely gorgeous. That's nice. This is, I love this. I forget what it's called. With the gold. Like, that's really, really pretty. I do like that. I just don't like, I'm not a fan of like this cover per se, but I do like the reversible. And these are the end papers, which is pretty. I do think it's pretty. And owlcrate I just like their binding. Their binding to me is better. I always find that fairyloot's bindings are like very stiff, and I always am fearful of breaking the binding and it destroying the book essentially. This is also signed by Marissa Meyer. So, you know, that's the big, hold on, let me see if I can find an example. Because is this fairyloot or this is, no, that's owlcrate. I can tell by the binding that's owlcrate. This is a fairyloot. You could tell that the binding on these is not as good. It's not. Like, the binding has already separated in here. Which I just don't like that. But their artwork is absolutely gorgeous. It's very, very pretty. Okay. I don't know what this, there must have been something in there at some point. Oh, this was in there. So, a lovely friend of mine sent me The Scammer by Tiffany D. Jackson, and it's signed. So, thank you, friend. I appreciate you. You know who you are. I never like to say people's names online because I don't know if they're comfortable with me saying it. So, if you want to, you could comment and say that you're comfortable. But I just wanted to publicly thank you. This was sent to me. I don't know who this was sent by. This is Carol Lindstrom. Oh, this is Bloomsbury. Okay. Yes, I know from, okay, because Carol won the Caldecott Medal for We Are Water Protectors. And I know about The Gift of the Great Buffalo, which I have on hold, or it's on a cart at my job waiting for me to read. This is a historical fiction novel that comes out on March 17th, 2026. Why I'm getting 2026 review? The fact that I'm getting 2026 review copies already is actually pretty insane. But okay, so this is an Indigenous historical fiction book that comes out, which I do like Carol. I've read Carol's work clearly before. Then we have 2 copies of Soundtrack by Jason Reynolds on vinyl. Shout out to Y'all Fest for that. Okay? We waited. We waited in line for those. And then this is from, this is from Macmillan. Okay, this is Sometimes a Friend You Need is the one you least expect. That's cute. I like that they're starting to do kidlit more. Oh, more like this. This is cute. This is Jasmine Warga's new book. And it came with paw print sticky pads and then a sticker. That's cute. So this is an arc of her new book that comes out March of 2026. It's the story of a cheetah who forms a friendship with a rescue dog. I was about to say, this is probably good for people who are fans of Catherine Applegate. And the opening quote is by Jane Goodall, which R.I.P. Okay, this looks fun. That's cutie patootie. These 2026 releases, though, the fact that these are already rolling in is wild to me, okay? Let me tell you. Absolutely insane. And my battery, 1, it's about to die. 2, it's part of the thing. I also don't do these pull tab things. No fucking way. I never get these right. But I did today. Okay. Who is this from? Oh, this is from Simon Team? Yeah, it is. This is a paperback copy of 24 Seconds From Now, which I have a hardcover copy of this, but I'm going to give this away to someone at work that wants their own personal copy. I love Jason Reynolds, so no one should be shocked at all. I love that book. Oh, this is another 2026. Oh, I never get these. Okay, so I usually get finished copies of picture books. This is a advanced reader's copy of a picture book. Comes out, yes, I've seen this. Comes out January 20th, 2026. This is Carol Boston Weatherford's and Brian Collier's new book, A River's Journey Towards Justice. Oh my God, this is so pretty. I've never gotten an advanced reader copy of a picture book before, and it's paperback. Oh, this is so... Okay, so I love Brian Collier's work, hands down. He does collage, it has a collage feel to it. And then we love Carol Boston Weatherford. That is gorgeous. So this is a historical fiction-based picture book, which them teaming up is always a good time for me. All right, let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't show my address. Okay, what is this? Black History is Your History by Taylor Cassidy. This is a TikToker who had the Fast Black History TikToks. And this is a teen non-fiction book. Okay, this is cute. This is Simon Teen did this. And I think each section essentially is about different people in Black history. Yeah. Like Ida B. Wells, Cicely Tyson, Marsha P. Johnson, Mae Jemison. Okay, this is cool. I like this. It's a pretty cover. I like high interest teen nonfiction because it's so hard to get teens to read nonfiction. But usually when it's done like that, and it's a high interest subject, they'll pick it up. Especially, it depends too on like format. The format's done well, they'll pick it up. Okay, this is Simon Teen as well. This is The Light That Blinds Us by Andy Darcy Theo. I don't remember requesting this. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember. This is This is a YA fantasy book. This is the first book in a fantasy series. It comes out February of next year, and it's a main character makes a trip to Stonehenge. It's very fascinating. Okay, I think I have one more thing. Okay, this is a picture book. I know that this is a picture book. Shaped by Love, an Ode to Mom Bods by Nikki Power. Yes. Okay, so Candlewick reached out to me and asked me if I would like to have a copy, because I shared Susan Verde's picture book that she did. It was beautiful. There was an indigenous illustrator, and I can't remember their name off the top of my head. I hadn't seen their work before. It was so beautiful, and I loved it because it was so body positive, and I was like, I wish I had like books like that growing up, and like even as an adult, that it was healing to read that picture book. And so Candlewick reached out to me, they DM'd me, and they were like, would you like this one? Like, it's about having a mom bod. And I was like, oh, yes, because I have a mom bod. I do have a mom bod, and this is great. Yeah, I'm gonna love this. This is pretty. I love this. Okay. And no, we don't. Whew. I thought I had 2 more packages on that chair. I don't. That's unrelated. It's unrelated things. Okay, y'all. That I know that was no, I'm not done. What? It's only 2 things, promise. Got a copy of Pretty Girl County. I was about to say Pretty Girl Country by Lakita, which it's signed. I met Lakita at Y'all Fest this year. Love her down. This is one of my favorite books of 2025. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. I loved meeting her. I loved hearing her speak. I loved this book. It was amazing. It was beautiful. I loved that book. So I did not have a physical copy because I got my copy originally from the library. And then Hannah V. Sawyer was there, and she was so delightful. I don't think this, oh yeah, this one is signed by Hannah. And this is a hard one. I didn't realize how difficult of a topic this one was going to be. But listening to her talk about it was it was so compelling. And I still need to read her other book, All the Fighting Words. But this is going to be in the same area for me as, what is the one that I read? Oh gosh, the book with A is based off of Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter, Red, which I read at the beginning of the year and did not anticipate loving that book as much as I did, but gave it 5 stars, loved it down. It was really, really good. It deals with topics that related to bodily autonomy and abortion. And this covers that. Same thing as, what was the MTV book that I read too? MTV, I don't always like what they do with their line, but they did one that I loved, and that, I think that was like 2022, I read that one, and it was really, really good. Okay, that is it. I am done. I am finito. Like that, no more. We're done. We're done. All right, y'all, so that is it. That is my return to the channel after taking a month, a breather, which rightfully so earned. Now I have to figure out, like, what am I going to do with all of these books? I mean, I know I have to shelve them. I have to catalog them and shelve them, which is a whole completely different situation. But yes, we're gonna do the thing. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, click subscribe button. I haven't done this in so long. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications if you're interested, and follow me on social media, or if you're interested in supporting the channel, I think is what I typically say. I am so out of practice. This is why breaks are great, but breaks also make me feel like what the hell am I doing? I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.